Hey listeners, you're listening to the Midnight Readers podcast. Grab some tea, a midnight snack, and cuddle up in bed as we dive deep into today's most popular fantasy, sci-fi, and mysteries. We're your hosts. I'm Lily.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Christy.
This season we'll be discussing the heart-pounding military fantasy that's part Hunger Games and part How to Train Your Dragon. That's right, grab your flight jacket, we're headed to Bequeathed.
A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A reader without their book or this podcast is dead. Welcome to the revolution. My best advice, don't die, and don't worry, we most likely won't eat our allies.
In this episode, we'll be discussing Onyx Storm, chapters 38 through 43, where Violet and the gang are each given a gift from Zihnal, one of which leads them to the Irids. Unfortunately, the no-return policy is a real bitch.
Before we get into it, this is your warning for major spoilers ahead. This includes potentially all Empyrean series materials. We're also avid fans of the Moss universe and might accidentally let spoilers slip for other popular romantasy book series as well. Sorry in advance, like the books, this podcast is rated R, so be warned.
Also, a friendly reminder to please like, subscribe, and follow. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also join our growing community on Patreon for bonus content and more.
All right, last we left off, Quest Squad had just landed in Zehyllna, the one isle that actually has a bit of magic, somehow, and where the people were not only expecting them, but cheered them as they landed. It's like the carnival has come to town. So as we did for the other isles, let's talk about the people in the island real quick.
I know that we discussed this slightly already, but even though Andarna seems thrilled to be welcomed, if I saw people waving at me and smiling as I'm coming in, I would be very scared. I would be concerned.
This is the one isle that they haven't been attacked on sight or whatever. Well, other than that, but they did, in Hedotus, they did greet them all nice and stuff, and then they nearly got poisoned. So,
No. They did not greet them nicely. They greeted them creepy. There is a difference.
It was like a feigning niceness, I guess.
It was like Stepford Wives, like fucking run nice.
Terrifying.
Like, we're gonna cut you up and eat you in a soup niceness.
All right. Well, the isle is hot, as the other isles are. They have white beaches, palm trees. The island has lots of color, not as much color as the continent, but enough. And it's very mountainous, and there's lots of waterfalls. They also described the language there as lilting, which kind of gave me Irish vibes.
I didn't really think of that, but yeah. Like sing-songy, up and down a little bit.
Yeah. And we also get our lovely Arik speaking it like he was born to it.
And Dane about to punch him.
Yeah. I wrote this in my notes later, but when Dane gets a slap in the face, I was like, not Dane getting slapped after it just being revealed that his purpose here is useless, because it is literally a slap in the face. I felt bad for him, I'm not gonna lie.
Which is funny, because Arik was like, of course I wasn't going to reveal it and negate Dane's reason for being here. Which, why did Dane need to be there?
I don't know. Maybe Arik thought he was important for some reason.
I don't know. I think Arik just wanted to be like, jazz hands, look what I can do in front of everybody. I don't think it was for Dane.
He tries to show up Dane with the language skills in every fucking chapter.
Oh, yeah. But the reason I wanted to talk about the mountains, and this especially comes up later, is Rebecca Yarros did say in an interview, and I don't know the exact wording, but it's something along the lines of the tectonic plates can move magic places, or it makes magic. concentrate in places or something. She said that she explained that to us in Fourth Wing, but I don't remember that.
Okay, she thinks a lot of ththings. I cannot read her mind, unlike some characters.
She says Taryn flat out says it, and I was like, does he? I have to go back and look, but I don't think he does.
What if that was something she wrote in and then they cut it?
The editor, it's on the editing floor.
What? Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, is that why this island has magic? Because it's got mountains or what? Not sure.
You know, when I first opened up this chapter or this section, I thought that what was going to happen was because it's the Isle of Luck, it was going to be chaos magic. The presents are kind of an example of that, but chaos magic in that you never know what the fuck you're going to get. Like, it could be fucking anything at any time, and not that the magic comes and goes. It was more like the magic's always there, but the magic is really unstable. It could blow up in your face, kind of thing.
Wanda Maximoff.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. That's kind of more what I thought it was going to be.
Well, the gang does want to speak with the queen, but they have to play this game of chance first, sort of. They will each pick a card representing a gift that they will receive from Zihnal. And not only can they not complain about anybody else's gift, it's apparently very bad luck to get rid of it later on as well. So they have to keep it. They have to keep it. So we do learn
Wait, didn't one of them get a bucket?
Yep.
They have to keep the bucket?
Yep.
Oh my God.
We do learn from Rebecca Yarros that these gifts are important.
I would like to just add in here that we recognize what a fucking blabbermouth Courtney is. Because he blabbed this shit to all the other fucking Isles. So I would just like to recognize that fact, that this dude cannot keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Anyways, proceed.
Yeah, he warns all the other Isles about them coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did he do that so fast?
Well,
he has fucking practice.
They went and made the deal at Deverelli, and then they went home and made plans, and then they came back.
That's true.
And he hustled that ass to all the other Isles. Mm-hmm.
Well, Rebecca,
again, in my mind, he's a pirate, so I feel like he would, he would be doing that easily.
Well, Rebecca has said that each of these gifts have a meaning or a purpose or something. So let's talk about them. First up is Mira, and she gets a bottle of wine. My first thought when she got this bottle of wine was, is that shit poisoned?
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess that does make sense. My first thought was, this is Zihnal saying you need to fucking relax, bitch. Because she is very tight. She is wound very tight, and she needs to chill a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's usually a great thing, but that was my first thought.
Yeah. What if some people have theorized that maybe she gives the wine over as a gift, and if it's poisoned, it kills them?
I could see that.
Imagine Zihnal, the god of luck, giving you a bottle of wine. I would not drink it at all.
I wouldn't. I would not drink it. Mm-mm.
Again, no. My luck would be that it would be poisoned.
Yeah.
Marin gets 2 orange tunics. Now, the people on this island are all wearing orange as well. That's their color. Again, with the color theory, matches with the orange dragon because they are unpredictable. And
makes me wonder if they're going to have to come back to Zihnal's island, and they're going to use it to sneak in.
That was a thought that I saw on the internet, was that maybe it's for a disguise or something. Some people were thinking of, well, she has 2 brothers. Maybe it's for her brothers, and she's going to hide them on the island since they seem to.
Thought.
The Venin seem to be going after her poor family.
Uh-huh.
Or she may change allegiances. Plus, they did get an army out of this visit, so I'm assuming that their army uniform, if they wear one, is going to be orange too.
Probably. All I can think of is Aang and the Airbenders wearing orange. My mind goes there so easily. You know? And they're all color-coded too.
Yeah. And we have the gift that launched 1,000 cheers. Dane receives the slap.
Again,
Aww.
I feel kind of bad for him. It was funny. I laughed.
I
but
died
also
laughing.
Felt bad.
I died laughing. And Zayden's comment of, kind of jealous of the woman that got to do that.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
But he also says, I'm worried about the implications of that slap.
Yeah. Like what could did something happen to Dane as a result of the slap? I don't know.
Some people believe that the slap is the signaling the end of Dane's redemption arc.
What? Why?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Oh. But
Okay, when you say that, do you mean like he has come to the end where he is fully redeemed? Or do you mean that he's about to go back and be evil?
no, he's fully redeemed.
Okay.
He's gotten his punishment. Part of it was the slap. That was the end.
Some
Okay.
people
Maybe.
Yeah, some people believe that that slap is for a future transgression that he might make.
Well, that's some shit.
That feels like when you wake up and you had a dream about somebody and they pissed you off in your dream and
Yes.
you smack them. That's what
yes.
it feels like.
It's like,
how
yes.
dare you?
you cheated on me in my dream. And my favorite theory about this slap, it doesn't quite make sense, but there's a theory that she transferred a memory to Dane.
Interesting.
What?
That's an
A
interesting one.
memory?
Yeah, so his signet power is to read memories, but usually
Oh.
he has to put his hands on their faces, not
That's-
the other way around.
Not
Unless
putting his face on her hands.
unless he's gotten stronger and he doesn't need the touch, or maybe
touched.
he never needed the touch.
That would be such poetic justice. If by slapping him she gave him a memory, that would be great.
Like that. Yeah, I like that. I so hope that's true.
Because it does say Dane's card reveals a hand, and when he offers his hand to the woman who walks over to him, and I love that it's a woman who gets to slap him.
Oh, yeah.
She slaps him across the face so hard, his head turns in our direction. Dane blinks twice and thanks the woman and inclines his head. So they think that his blinking twice is him getting the memory.
Nah, that's reading a bit much, but
I like it.
if only.
What memory did he get, and how is it useful?
What if it was the memory of him being slapped over and over again? It just plays on repeat.
Oh my God. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen anyways.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good. Garrick receives a rusted steel bucket.
Yeah.
Steel is a very strong, very resilient alloy, and it
is.
can symbolize things like hard work, self-preservation. There's also, the carrying from one thing to another. And then you've got rust, which is the deterioration of that. So they're theorizing that Garrick is holding on to something, or maybe carrying something that I don't know.
Sorry. You're killing
What? What?
me. You're talking about carrying a bucket and that Garrick is holding on to something. He's carrying something.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure your thing is going to be set at 0 again.
My favorite theory with
No.
this one.
No, not the countdown. It has been 0 days since Christy has said poop on the podcast. Oh, no. My first thought was a piss pot, Christy, so that's
My favorite theory about this is that it can be used with his distance walking and transport objects or poop.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Can we not just hold things when we distance wheel? Do we have to put things in a bucket?
Maybe they just want to send the item. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing when I read this. I was like, he could just hold it. He could just hold it.
Wait, what did you say, Christy? You were laughing too hard. She's crying. She's crying, dude. That's so funny.
Oh my god. Oh, that was funny.
Wait, what did you say?
Well, Brittany's talking about holding it. She's like trying to keep going and like make it serious, and it's just getting worse. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right.
Oh my god.
And we're
Okay.
serious again. We're serious.
Garrick, the poop smuggler. Oh my god, I'm crying too. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I thought the same thing when I read the theory about putting the stuff in the bucket and it transports it elsewhere.
Yeah.
He can move his
Hello, weary traveler. Here's a bucket.
Oh my god. It's going on so long. I can't. Oh man. Oh my god. Anyways, we're professionals.
so professional.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Oh, that was funny.
Any more thoughts on the bucket?
Ooh, I'm empty.
Did you put it all in the bucket? I can't get over the fact that someone theorized that he would have to use it to transport things. I'm trying to be serious, y'all. Oh man.
But with that in mind, so does the bucket go without him, or does he hold the bucket? I mean, I'm actually being serious. Does he just whip it?
Oh man. Oh man.
My thought when I read the theory was that they put stuff in the bucket and it just gets transported without the bucket because he's got to keep the bucket.
Okay.
But is there a bucket on the other end? Because that could get messy. I'm just saying.
It's a good question.
It is a good question.
It's a good question. In the law of magic, I feel like that's a good question, but I can't, we have to move on because I'm just going to keep laughing. Oh man, I'm losing it.
Okay, so we're moving on to Onyx. He gets a broken hand mirror that immediately cuts his thumb.
That definitely feels symbolic.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mirrors tend to represent the soul, self-reflection, identity, things like that. So it being broken kind of worries me.
It makes me think, like face who you really are kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Which he is an heir of a kingdom.
Which he doesn't want to be.
Which he does not want to be, right.
But he's
So
going
that's
to
my
Maybe it's
first
something
thought.
that he remakes it into his image instead. Like he's kind of cracking the mirror, cracking that old
Mhm.
whatever he was supposed to be.
I like
yeah,
that.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that too.
I don't like the theory that it is supposed to represent his soul and that his soul is broken because in the future he might have to
I don't like
turn
that.
venom.
Oh, no, I don't think that's the case. I do not think that's the case.
Okay.
I don't like the idea that so many people could potentially turn venom. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think it would cheapen our story if a bunch of our favorite characters were secretly venom or eventually became venom. I think it could cheapen it,
Yeah.
Assuming they're still the bad guys, which I guess they are.
Maybe it'll just make more people think, oh, we must cure them instead of kill them.
Maybe.
Yeah. But then in that case, if you can cure that easily, it would kind of take away from the villains of the story. Like they wouldn't be that scary if it's something they can do a quick fix for.
It depends because becoming venom is a choice.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people made the choice to get the power.
Mm-hmm.
If Zayden could get cured tomorrow, he would do it. If Jack could get saved tomorrow, he'd be like, fuck that shit. I did this to myself on purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
I want this. So if you cured somebody, you'd have to still jail them if they didn't want to be cured.
And maybe that's part of it too. Maybe the only ones that can be cured are the ones that didn't choose it.
It's a possibility.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of venom who want to be cured, Zayden receives an empty glass box the size of his foot with pewter hinges and edges. His box of nothingness.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Some people are theorizing that it is a magical box to put his soul into, to contain his soul.
A glass box?
Mm-hmm. And is there a lid? Is his soul gonna just fly away?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not buying that one.
Yeah, I didn't have any theories about this, but I feel like it does have some significance. That it's maybe not necessarily a box of emptiness. Maybe it's something invisible.
Maybe.
Or unseen.
I think it could be like Arik's gift in that it's very metaphorical, almost like living in a glass house kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks.
Yeah. Maybe it could be something more along those lines. I don't know.
So next we have Violet receiving the broken compass. And
Not broken.
Yeah, she thinks it's broken because it doesn't
point
north. Which, if Jack Sparrow has taught us anything.
True. But also, I thought of the Golden Compass again. She has a Lyra character in this book.
Yeah.
And the Golden Compass is very complex, and it does not point north either.
Yeah. And there have been a lot of theories out there about what it could potentially point to.
Venom.
Such as venom. Maybe that's how they discover who at home is a hidden venom. Or it could point to Zayden.
Yeah.
Or maybe it can lead her to something that she really needs. I thought it was interesting that the dude said, use it wisely.
Right.
And I feel the wisely was very specific, especially since they just came from the Isle of Wisdom. And what if it pointed to something on Hedotus that she needed and that they have to go back?
No.
I mean,
No.
I do think they're not finished there, unfortunately. I don't think they're done on the Isles.
There was also the other theory that it was a witch's compass and that maybe it could help her in a liminal space.
Liminal, as in not sure how to answer a question, as in you're lost, as in what?
They were using it as an in-between space. So
Yeah,
liminal magic.
gotcha.
Like a spiritual walk or something.
Okay, I gotcha. I know what liminal means, but I feel like that's vague. So it's like that could be used a lot of different ways. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I definitely don't think it's broken. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how it's going to be used, but that would be interesting if they used it that way.
Riddick receives 2 kisses on the cheek, which he was like, thank you.
He was like, "Oh, hello."
And
Oh my God.
I personally believe that this is just to symbolize that he is blessed by Zihnal. He is
Interesting.
favored by Zihnal.
I like that. I think that's
Mhm.
cool.
Cat
I choose to believe that as well.
Cat receives a gold necklace with a dangling ruby the size of her thumb. Now, we got rubies again, and the last time we heard rubies was with the Duchess of Moraine.
Right, which I immediately thought of her.
So this could symbolize that that's where her power is going to be in the future, that she becomes the next Duchess of Moraine, potentially.
Could be. I also immediately assume that a ruby or a large rock is a glamour or is meant to work as a glamour in some way. It's a very common fantasy trope for a large jewel to be a glamour, hold a glamour. So I don't know. That was my first thought was, is she going to disguise herself? Is she going to use it for something like that?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
dick face teacher from Zodiac.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Interesting.
It's like, let that sit for a second
Professor Highspell, yeah.
with a dick on her face.
With a dick on her face. That was probably one of the best moments of that book. Anyway.
Does it work?
Does it work? Is it just sitting there limp?
It's functional in all the ways.
If I flick it, does it hurt?
Oh my god.
Anyway, the other thing that could be Kat's ruby could be a stone that amplifies her powers, because
Could be.
she won't be getting one, because she won't be graduating Cliffsbane unless they just have those stored outside of Zehyllna.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Drake gets my favorite gift of all, an orange kitten. The
That he names broccoli.
That he
Broccoli.
names Broccoli, which I find hilarious because he's like, I named him Broccoli because you don't really want broccoli, but it's good for you. And I was like, ha, joke's on you. Everybody wants broccoli.
Yeah. I named my first cat Noodle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
fandom has gone crazy over this cat. And after Rebecca Yarros did her first interview after the book came out, one of the very first questions she said she was bombarded with is Broccoli okay? Where's Broccoli? And she was asked if there was one character other than Jacinia who she wouldn't kill, who will survive, who would it be? And at first she said she would not answer. And then she was like, well, Broccoli. I'm not going to kill a cat. So
Good. Okay.
so Broccoli, you don't have to worry about him or her. She will be
As it should
surviving.
be.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should be.
Yes.
But some people think that Drake was given Broccoli to bring Mira and Drake together, because they do have that kind of cute little moment over the map later on.
They're forced to co-parent.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. She's like, why didn't you
Mhm.
name him Carrot? It's like, well, that's
Just
just
piss
obvious.
you off.
Just to frustrate you, Soren Gale.
Mm-hmm.
Now, cats have a lot of sacred duties in mythology and whatnot. They guard the dead. They guard the underworld. They can predict death, weather. They are familiars, guides, and they have a strong connection to the spiritual world. A lot of people believe that they can see ghosts. I am one of them.
Nope.
Seriously.
Nope.
No.
My
No,
cat
don't-
stares off into like space, and I'm like, "Who are you seeing?" And she
Flocka-
watches.
I question Flocka's ability to see anything sometimes, so I don't think she's seeing ghosts. If you ever look her in the eyes, I'm like, there's nothing going on behind those eyes.
Cats are also considered very lucky, unless you're a black cat. Then apparently not.
No, they're the most lucky. I love them.
But
yeah. I think it depends on the culture, because there's a lot of cultures that black cats are very lucky.
we forgot to mention the broken mirror also can symbolize 7 years of bad luck.
True.
For poor Auric. But in a lot of societies, it's actually very unlucky if you harm a cat, and you can actually be put to death. So
I like, where are those? Where are those? Brittany?
You're like,
close?
I'm moving there.
I did not write them down. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I know in Egypt, in ancient Egypt, if you killed a cat, you could be put to death.
Yeah, because of
Yeah,
bats.
but think about the same time as when the people died, that they would kill the cats and put them with them. So
because they
Yeah.
revered them.
yeah, but pretty sure the
They
cat was
considered
like,
that
no,
the
dude.
highest honor. They considered that the highest honor. They were like, they thought that it was kind of like killing your servants to be buried with you. It's the same.
Again, I'm pretty sure the servants were like, yeah, no thanks.
I mean, agreed. I'm just saying they considered it a high honor.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yeah. But so no, I but I like whatever place you're talking about, that they will kill you if you hurt the cats. I like that. I would like to know where that is.
We can Google it for you.
We'll Google it later. So cats are also emotional support animals, and they are rumored to sense. Yeah. They're rumored to sense evil. So maybe they'll use broccoli to sense all the venom. Although I haven't seen her react to Zayden, so who knows? Or she could just be cute and fluffy.
Yep.
All right. The last gift, the saddest gift.
This is bullshit.
The one that Lily kind of called. Poor Traeger gets an arrow, and the crowd goes quiet, and they shoot Traeger through the heart.
Couldn't
with an
they
arrow.
have shot him in the leg or something? Did
Yeah.
they have to shoot him in the chest?
Yeah.
They could have shot him anywhere.
They could have, but
And it kills his griffin. His fucking
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope they fucking annihilate every last one of those motherfuckers.
I hate that Kat blames herself for this as well.
Violet too.
Yeah. I mean, of
They-
course, Violet always blames herself,
Yeah.
but I hate that Kat specifically does because
Mhm.
of their relationship.
I was a little worried that she was going to blame Violet as well, but her reaction was a little more heartbreaking than...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was glad she didn't blame Violet. But I think Kat at this point knows better, first of all. And second of all, Kat's in on it with the rest of them. She knew that there was a likelihood that they could get hurt. And I think it sucks more to have to read it this way.
Yeah.
She knows
And
it's not Violet's fault.
Especially since his first words on the island was, I love this island. This is my favorite
Yeah.
island.
Yeah. Whenever I saw that scene, whenever I read that scene where they were walking on the beach hand in hand and Zayden was like, he's been waiting to date her for literally years. I was like, that's not good. I was like, this doesn't bode well. I did not
No.
want to be right, but I was,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, this is the gift. I mean, some people think of it as Cupid's arrow, that love killed him, especially since it was through the heart. But this is the gift that leads them to explore the Minor Isles because they refuse to leave Traeger or Scylla on this island.
Yeah.
And because of that, they then go explore the Minor Isles. And once Violet and Andarna are left alone, the Irids do show themselves. So
Yes.
this gift does lead to something sort of useful.
In a way, yes. It also, to me, is interesting that you said that Riddick is blessed by Zihnal, possibly, and Riddick is there when the Irids show.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the playful interaction between Atrum and Riddick, to me, first of all, adorable.
Love it.
Great. I loved it. I was so happy I was living. However, I felt it was placed there, and you guys might disagree. I felt that this was put in the chapter to remind us who Riddick is. You know what I mean? Not only is he a good friend, he's someone who just doesn't take things too heavily. He lives his life in a carefree way. So when we have the scene that we do near the end of the section, it's supposed to be more grave.
Yeah.
It's a very intentional juxtaposition between who Riddick normally is and what he shows us versus what we get at the end of this section, which I think is a reflection of how intense that conversation is and important it is. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I really love the interaction between him and his dragon. But I also think it was intentionally there to like talk about his character in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. There are people now who are like, we need Riddick and Atrum's threshing scene.
Yes, I would love that. Oh my God. I would love to see it. Because Atrum is such a baby.
He is. He is.
For like a
So silly.
dance-off or something for dragons.
If I remember correctly, Rebecca Yaros did say that they were not like insta-love on that threshing field.
Dang.
But, you know, I would love to see how Riddick won him over.
I love it. I think you guys have never played Baldur's Gate, but for the Baldur's Gate fans, Riddick kind of reminds me of Karlach. Because there's this, her idol animation is dancing. So when you said like a dance off, I was like, I can see that.
That would be cute.
Well, in order to get them alone on the island, Violet pairs everybody up and sends them off to scour the other islands.
Yeah.
And she separates Taryn and Zehyllna. And she says, oh, don't worry, she'll be back. It's just whatever. And he says, I'll say the same when you've been unable to communicate with your mate for weeks and are then deprived by choice. And she responds with, humans don't have mates. However, this made me think, so they're not fated mates like in fantasy fae world, but what if they were soulmates and that their bond connects their souls and that's how we save Xaden's soul?
I don't think I would like that. I mean, I could see it as an option, but I feel
Too
like
fucking easy. No, I'm just kidding.
I kind of agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of like, oh, so Violet just has to fucking save everybody?
Well, I'm not saying that it cures the venonism. I'm saying it saves his soul from dying the way that the Irid was just like, it dies, whatever. You can't cure that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fucking Irids.
Maybe.
But anyway, the thing that made me think of that is somebody mentioned that Taryn says you can only, or not really, you can't only, but it's, you share memories through mating bonds most of the time. And Violet and Xaden share memories with each other. And it can be done outside of it. It's just uncomfortable to do so. And whether it's uncomfortable physically or socially or whatever is not really explained, but it's not something that's done. So because they share memories, people are theorizing that there is some kind of bond there.
Well, it would explain some things that we have not been able to explain so far.
Yeah.
Like their ability to talk, which I know we talked about it being the bond between the dragons and stuff like that. But just there have been a couple of things that were like, you know, they seem to have abilities.
Or...
Right. Exactly.
All right. Let's talk about the Irids and what they say.
We have to.
Yeah.
Those fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope they suffer for all eternity.
When I say I have never been more hurt reading these books than I was reading their rejection of Andarna.
For real.
Yeah.
I was crying. I put my book down and was like, I don't know. I guess maybe it just hit something in me that maybe it doesn't hit for everybody, but it was like she was rejected by her own people, well, her own species. And I cannot imagine at the age that she is at.
Yeah.
She's an adolescent.
Yeah, she's still 2 years old.
Yeah, she's a baby.
They fucking left her there as some fucked up experiment.
Yep.
To see.
And they claim to be better than the humans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the worst part
they left
is
her
their
with absolutely nothing.
fucking self-righteousness.
Yeah, well, they left her with other dragons that generally fight. How the fuck did they think she was going to come about?
For real.
Right. So you left her with dragons you look down upon, and then you're shocked she turned out like them?
Because she grew up thinking that's how you go?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
she
mean,
did
she's
not know any
braver than
different.
all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
and
is.
her response to them, I thought, was fucking beautiful. Because I was still heartbroken for her when she said, "You preach peace while only having known its privilege. You are all a disappointment to me."
For real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I thought, what an eloquent, stunning way to call their bullshit, because it's true. Like, to be so privileged, you know, it reminded me of Hedotus. You know, they think that they're so much better than all the other dragons. When she is first introduced to them, they're like, why are you presenting as a black dragon?
Yeah.
That's such an odd choice. It's like, well, the only person or the only dragon that took care of her, you know, like she obviously was she looks up to them. I was
just going to say the fact that they blame everything on Violet as if she could control Andarna's actions. First of all, it pisses me off because it negates or dismisses or whatever the fact that Andarna had a fucking choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She has autonomy.
Yes.
And the second part is yelling at Violet for not being able to control her dragon.
It's really ironic.
Yeah. First of all, control. Why? Second of all, that's like yelling at Coco for not stopping me from leaving the house.
And
well, it's like, it's so funny to me because they would be pissed if Violet was controlling her.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It was like a no-win. It was an absolute no-win for this.
Yeah.
And here is the part that was a little confusing to me is why the fuck did they take the Irid's word for the venom, for the fact that they can't be cured? How the fuck would they know? They hide their heads in the sand. They don't know shit about anything that's going on, and yet they took their word for the fact that the venom can't be cured. I think Andarna has the answer, and I think that she just doesn't know it yet.
Snaps all around. 100%.
I'm glad you said that because that's I have other things to bring up about that. They talk about the bond and signets like they know what the fuck they're talking about when they've never bonded. Yep. When they've never ever done, like, he tells Taryn, "You've gifted your human with lightning." And Riddick's like, that's not how signets work.
Yeah.
And while I do think that they might be off on their belief of how signets work, just a little, how would the fucking Irids know? Unless they're 600 and fucking years old, they have never encountered a venom before.
Mm-hmm.
They have never bonded with a human. And in fact, if you go back, everything that mentions Feathertails in Fourth Wing and Iron Flame says, which we did learn that they are all Feathertails, brings up the question, were the island people hunting babies or were they hunting these breed?
Yeah.
But it says over and over and over again, Feathertail dragons are the breed we know least about. They're not suitable for bonding. They abhor violence. They don't bond. Their power's too unpredictable, unstable. Feathertails don't bond. they're not supposed to be seen, which we do find out, like, these feather tails can be invisible.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that is almost literally what we run into.
Yeah.
And
Plus, too, are they not technically children?
what do you mean?
Feathertails are children, correct? They are
No.
the babies.
Well, that was the theory once we met Andarna.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
that seems to not be the case.
But they can mature beyond that, correct? And that's where she has matured.
They are all mature dragons. They've gone through the dreamless sleep, and in the dreamless sleep, that is when they choose their tail. They chose to stay feather tails because
Oh, okay.
they are anti-war, anti-violence, anti-whatever. Which, I'm sorry, you can abhor violence, you can be pro-peace and still defend yourself.
And others.
And others. And that's the thing that gets me about this war. It's not Navarre or Poor Meal or the dragons or whatever that started this. They have spent their entire time defending themselves.
Mhm.
And so for them to be like, well, you don't want peace, you just want victory. In this case, victory is peace because you're not going to get it any other way.
They're not leaving Navarre looking for the Venin, trying to track them down, trying to conquer their lands.
Yeah.
Now, you could make the case that the fighting between the Griffin and the dragons,
Yes.
that was a problem. But they have since reconciled, and that's because they desire peace.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And-
are you telling me, though, that if whoever comes to that island and tries to take it from them, that they will peacefully leave and abandon the island to them? Or will they? Because it seemed to me when they landed in front of Andarna and Violet that they were menacing. It wasn't like they peacefully said hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they meant to be at least intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. I likened it in the notes to, let's say, one country invades another country. Is that country just supposed to be like, we want peace so you can take all of our land and kill our people and do whatever you want to us and we won't fight back?
Yeah.
That's peace?
It's just again pointing out what Andarna said is like, it's really easy to fucking say what you want to do, but getting to the point where there's no war and no fighting in between other humans, that is not something that's just easily capable for us. And you have no idea about any of it.
Yeah.
And
Speaking from an outside perspective, they don't understand.
yeah, I mean, I completely agree.
Well, I think like a good example would be like someone who bullies someone on the internet.
Yeah.
It's really easy to say it from behind a screen.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about that other person. And if you were to see them in person, there's no way you'd have, the confidence to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, they did reveal that they have been following them around this entire time, or at least part of the time. We don't know when it started.
Yeah. It makes me wonder if that's what they saw the statue
Same
move
in
at.
Umbriel.
Yeah, in Umbriel. Thank you. Yeah.
Dune's Eye, especially since, when they moved while invisible, it shook the ground.
Mhm.
And I think I noted in that episode when we were talking about it, if Andarna was there and then moved, wouldn't they have felt the fact that she moved? And it could have been that she saw the eyes of one of the other dragons.
And that's how they found out she has lightning.
Although they do point out that Andarna handed her something more devastating than lightning.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still confused, man. Yaros just won't say it. Just tell me. Just fucking tell me.
I know what it is, and I still don't understand why.
Yeah.
Why it's more devastating.
Oh, gosh.
And one of the things that they do say is, we are magic, as if they're different from the other dragons.
They really think the most of themselves.
They really do.
And sadly, I think the least of them. I feel like as a reader, you're forced to feel similarly to Andarna because you're like, wow, I was excited to see where this was going to go. And what a fucking letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
It really sucks because I felt like this could have been such a, I don't know, such a really good setup for the seventh breed to come in and just be amazing badasses. Even if they loved peace, there was some way around that. But I don't even want them there anymore. I don't want them to survive.
Me neither.
I don't want them as part
Same.
of it. I hope they let them die. And I hate that because you feel like that would break Andarna's heart, even if she's angry.
Yeah.
I don't think she's angry. I think she's hurt.
Well,
yeah, I think she's hurt. Yeah. I do. It does make me, to be fair, I don't know if we got the opposite, if we got like a welcome from the Irids and they still refuse to help, do we think that would be better?
I think it would leave an opening. And I feel like they did leave a little bit of an opening with, is it Leon?
Leothin.
Yeah, what the dragon that looks kind of like her?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to go with Leon. So, but I feel like they're setting him up to be that bridge that is going to bring them together or something.
Yeah. I at least think that he's going to separate from his group and at least try to talk to Andarna again. But part of me, my theory thus far, we haven't finished the book yet, but my theory so far is that he is related to her in some way and feels guilty.
Like her daddy?
Yeah, or her brother, or I don't know. It could be any maybe relation. But I wonder if he sees her and feels guilty about what's going on. And I don't know if he'll help her, but I think we'll at least see him again.
I hope he does.
I feel like if he does, I hope it's not just out of guilt. I hope it's also because he wants to help. You know what I mean? Like, pity is not the reason I would want pity or guilt to be the reason to help her. But
I have one last little rant about the Irids. I think that they are responsible for the Venin still surviving. If they want to put blame on Violet, I'm going to put the blame on them. Because they said, we thought that she would flourish or blossom under the ward stones and no longer use magic as a weapon. One, they think ward stones as in plural, when in reality there was only one ward stone given. And if not for them, if them not leaving the continent, there would have been other ward stones for them to fire, and maybe they would have protected the whole continent instead of one portion of it, creating a disparity in resources, whereas these people are protected and these people aren't. Of course that's going to cause rife between the peoples. And then so they fire one ward stone and then flee?
Yeah.
The only thing I was going to say, the only thing that I can think of that maybe happened was maybe they did fire a bunch of them and the venin broke one or something, which you would think that poor Meal would have remembered that. Because if they lived under the wards at some point, they're not erasing their history.
I think it's a good point that giving a wardstone to one group of people and not ensuring that the whole continent is covered is a surefire way to create rivalry. Yeah, strife, whatever you want to call it. But then I'm sure they would argue, you're supposed to share.
But that goes against what they said.
This one little tiny group?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they said humans are awful. They said they're bloodthirsty, and yet you're going to leave them one thing and expect them to share. That is completely insane. You would know how they act.
Not to mention the ward, until they figured out how to extend it, only covered, 3 hours worth of land in a circle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a mess. The whole conversation is a fucking mess. It's really disappointing, and it's awful for how it goes for Andarna.
Yeah, and then I think it's just excuses for them hiding.
Yeah, and then they're like, I failed to see how that's our problem. Because the Venin are gonna kill everybody. They're gonna drain the land, and then they're gonna come after you.
They need to create a fucking cruise ship of Venin to bring them to that island and be like, here, go nuts.
Yeah,
you know,
just
you're welcome here.
put them in a basket and make them all basket bitches and drop them off.
Little tourist destination.
No,
I'm
put
still
them in the
wondering-
bucket.
Oh my god, the bucket. Oh my gosh.
Just
A literal
transport them
fucking
away.
bucket. A fuck you bucket.
They can just transport them away.
Oh my god. But I'm still wondering how the Venom are creating wyvern or wyvern.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they knew about if they knew more. If they knew about the Venom, if they knew about the wyvern. Like, do they know about the wyvern? If they knew some things that I have a feeling they don't know, would they be more concerned?
I honestly think that they're so gung-ho in their isolationist peace is
Coward.
what's the word? It's a word meaning the thing you follow. Creed. Peace is our creed.
Oh.
Yeah.
And basically peace is their god, that they worship it and whatever. And I don't think that they would care. I would think they'd sit back and be like, this is not my problem.
I think they're cowards. I think they're selfish fucking cowards.
Yeah.
They do kind of hint, sort of. I mean, they kind of outright say it, but Venom can have children?
I didn't catch that, but you wrote it down in the notes.
I didn't either.
They said maybe their offspring will evolve after they've killed everybody.
Oh, okay. I didn't take that as Venom can have children. I took that as them looking down on these creatures. Not even saying like literally Venom can have babies, but more like you know, like just talking about them like they're not real people, like real things. Maybe they'll have babies and then evolve and it'll be okay. I don't even know if they know that.
I thought they were talking about the wyvern.
The wyvern.
I thought that's what they were calling their offspring, and that they would evolve to be where they wouldn't. Because right now, if the main person dies, then they all die. So I thought it meant that they would evolve to where they would not, that connection wouldn't end up killing him. I don't know. That's what I thought they were saying.
They were talking about it in context of curing, and after they said that they can't cure, Andarna was like, well, can they be helped in some way? She's like, well, I don't know, maybe their offspring will evolve.
Yeah, I took that as like we can't be bothered to really think about it that hard. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Maybe their kids can fix the problem.
Yeah. Because
nothing
nothing
know how
like
sex works.
nothing like leaving your kids to fix your problem.
They seem to be good at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally left a child.
Yeah. Left behind as the criterion. And it makes me wonder, what would fulfill the criterion? What?
I guess her coming back.
I guess if Andarna came back and she was like, we are all peaceful and love each other and, you know, nobody ever dies and...
We live in a utopia.
Yes, we have created utopia.
All dragons look exactly like you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they fucking forgot her. And I think they're trying to cover up for being cowardly asses and leaving her there accidentally. And are like, yeah, we meant to leave you there as a sign of things. I don't know.
Not to be this girl, but it does low-key remind me of the Mormon thing.
The leaving the child?
Being excommunicated from your people, your church. They don't like it if you're anything but what they preach. You go out into the world and you come back different.
You are arid in scale and name only.
Right.
Oh, Lord. In name only. Shove it up your ass.
I wonder if Andarna can learn to do that slide whistle thing. Because if so, I feel like she could figure out who all the Venom are. Because it seems to reveal them, whether or not they're an initiate or potentially in hiding.
I feel like Andarna is smart enough to learn anything really fast. Like, she just is brilliant. I think that she could do it.
Okay, so everybody gets back. They decide not to go to Loisum, but to go home in the morning, which I think is funny, and I kind of imagine all the Loisum island, like, when are those dragon people gonna show up?
Yeah, and then they just don't come.
Just
I thought
don't
of that too.
However, I do feel like, especially with the ominous Zayden turned for love thing, that
Yeah.
they may need to go there.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, like, are you sure you want to leave that stone unturned?
Yeah.
I feel that even though they're sad, they should continue and just finish it and then go home.
Yeah.
But, we know what happens. Riddick sees Zayden's eyes turn red.
Yes.
And
he
the hardest
not
conversation. Yeah.
Not happy. They end up pretending to go hunt for food, and they have a little talk where Riddick does draw a line, and he's like, okay, tell me at what point can I turn him in?
You gotta be honest with yourself. This is probably the best thing a friend could do for her.
Yeah. And
it's a hard conversation.
Violet is being sort of delusional here about Zayden. I get it. She's got these rose-colored glasses on with him, but he is a danger. And while I can certainly sit there and go, oh, well, he'll never hurt me. He'll never hurt me.
Sure.
She sat there and said, there's no line that he would cross that I think that he would cross that I can set. He literally was gonna hurt Riddick until she put herself between them.
And Zayden got angry at her for that, which is getting old a little bit, but it was a genuine problem. Like, he has never done that.
Yeah.
Before.
And he's being realistic about this, and he does say, Denial and I have never, what's the quote? Denial and I don't make room for each other or something, don't live together.
Yeah.
But I like how
Denial and I don't keep company.
Well, I like how Riddick gives her that control and forces her to give him that line instead of him drawing the line. He has her do it so that she still maintains some sort of control. And I thought that was such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. But I like that he forced her to draw a line to begin with, because she was not going to have it. He also makes a deal with Zayden about she's going to tell Rhiannon, Sawyer, and Jacinia as well. And she's like, I would like Mira and Brennan as well, but we'll hold off on them. I don't think that he was being fair to Garrick, Imogen, or Bodhi about him saying that they're all loyal to Zayden, because I feel like from what we've seen, they were really trying to protect Violet. They were really concerned about Violet and always trying to protect her. Were they doing it for Zayden? Probably. They also probably like Violet, but they know that if Violet gets hurt, Zayden's going to be upset about it. So
I think I understand where he's coming from, though.
I mean, I do, but I just don't think that he was being super fair to them, because
he was hurt. I think that was more of him being hurt than it was being fair.
And I think he's concerned about Violet because he sees her with Zayden and sees that she's blind to what's happening. Mm-hmm. And he's concerned about what else is she blind to? You know what I mean? And he doesn't know them like she does.
Yeah. Now, this brings up we started, I think, in episode 1 of Who Knows About Zayden. So we are at Zayden, Violet, Garrick, Bodhi, Imogen, and Riddick. And
There's too many people.
So we're at 6 that we know of. And then soon it'll also be Rhiannon, Sawyer, and Jacinia. So that'll be 9 people.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest, I don't know what I thought. I think I have rose-colored glasses, but I thought by this part in this book, that we would not be going down this route with Zayden.
You thought he would be cured?
Maybe not cured, but I really thought that the end of Iron Flame was going to end up being kind of a fake out. Oh, he channeled, but everything's going to be fine. We still have lots of stuff to do, and it's not the priority. I was kind of surprised that by this section of Onyx Storm, it is still a problem that is ongoing. I thought more would have happened by now.
So this was something I had put in here, and I think I brought it up before, of why necessarily do we think Venin are bad? Because, and I think that Aaron said this too, that they weren't civilized, and of course we're ignoring the Liam part of that for this discussion, but
I was about to say,
we've seen
they
them
kill people.
Well, so does the other side. They all kill people. They leave them to die. They do horrible things, but we've seen the pretend civilization of Camp Hito and how fucked up they are, and they display as good. They are not good at all. So
Sure.
Could the Venin choose to be good, like in Zodiac Academy, that someone's abusing the shadows and what connects them, like as the Venin, that it forces them into that role? But could they be Venin and choose their own path? And could Violet be the answer? Could it be that she could become Venin? And
The theory is still out there that Lilith Sorrengail was a Venin and that she was able to control herself. And that's why we had that missive from Lieutenant Colonel Nolan to General Sorrengail saying that there is no cure, there's only control.
Right. The only thing that I would push back on that for is what makes me think that they're bad, that they are still not on the better side of the gray line, is that they take magic from the land or from whatever they're channeling from. And I think the result of that, which is the graying out of whatever it is, or like the lack of magic that exists after that, to me is indicative that they are bad, because it's like
Hurting
Stealing.
the land.
yeah, it's like it's directly against nature. So I can't, in my mind, make sense for them to be not necessarily bad, because they might think that they're good. They might think that they have the right idea, but what they're doing to have that power is unnatural.
And Zayden created Gray when he channeled, right?
Yeah. Like the headboard.
Okay.
That's the only thing that makes me not fall in that line, is
Yeah.
it seems to be unnatural to do it, to take from the land, to take from whatever it is that they're channeling from.
True.
Because it can't be restored as far as we see. That,
Unless it's somehow how they intend to take it.
yeah. I
Maybe
don't know.
there's a way to take it and use it that doesn't take all of it. I don't know. No clue. Just throwing it out there that perhaps we go farther down this road.
Yeah.
So this has one of my favorite lines after he makes this bargain with Zayden about telling Rhiannon, Sawyer, and Jacinia. Riddick's like, oh yeah, by that way, that lightning, that wasn't us.
I honestly was so pissed about the whole chapter at that point that I could not laugh. I was just like, Riddick, shut up. I was like, shut up.
And Zayden's response, I know, because I trust Violet and the lightning the strike wasn't big enough.
I am so done with him. I'm glad he trusts her. He's ridiculous.
Right. So what did y'all think about Theophanie's little love note?
How the fuck did Atos have the letter?
That's my question.
Yeah, I don't know.
He says that it was delivered an hour before they arrived. However, I think that we don't know who is actually writing these letters. Maybe it's somebody at Bezgaeth and signing Theophanie's name, and she's just
Maybe.
like telling him what to write.
Yeah, yeah.
Either that or she's distance walking into...
She seems to have a lot of
Deliver it.
power, so
But-
I don't know.
But yeah, I was like, how do we know that Theophany actually wrote it? Maybe she just told somebody how to write it or what to write.
Yeah.
And like, this will really freak her out. I saw you flying over penis.
Oh my god. Yeah, I honestly don't know, and I also wonder if it's Theophany. I know it's supposed to be, but I don't know. I'm suspicious of it.
We didn't see Theophany until Lilith died, did we?
Yeah, she only showed up in this book.
For some reason, that's funny because it's like, I've never seen them in the same room together.
Like Superman.
Yeah, exactly. Who else could it be if not Theophany?
I think Atos.
Atos dressed up like the Theophany.
Well, no, I think Theophany is a separate person, but I think somebody else is writing these in her name.
Yeah.
Atos.
She has a minion somewhere, and it could be Atos.
Maybe.
He is a minion.
Yeah.
And not the cute kind.
The only question the only thing left I have to talk about is the epigraph in chapter 40 made no sense to me. It's conscription rates are hereby doubled for each province until further notice. Public notice 634.23 transcribed by Percival Fitzgibbons. I was under the impression that on conscription day, everybody of the age of at the age of 20 has to go join either the scribes, the infantry, the healers, or the rider squadron.
Yeah.
So how do you double 100% already? Did they lower the age?
It can't be everybody because we know that certain people are not involved. Because, for example, Rhiannon's sister, she has babies. She's not a part of it.
I guess so. I didn't think about that.
It can't be everyone. It has to be like, there has to be some kind of...
I know there are people who...
qualifier.
They survive the healer's quadrant and they only have to work a certain amount of term and then they get to leave.
Yeah.
But...
Brittany, I'm laughing at your thing. I just saw it. Queen Mariah is dead. Oh no, long live King Tic Tac.
King Tic Tac reigns.
Yes, which also, yes, brings us to our very last point. Queen Mariah is dead. Long live King Takaris. And the way Atos did that was fucking cruel to Kat. And the fact that she had just lost Traeger. I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Last thing, my favorite quote in this section. Probably my favorite quote in this section. Just you and me today, honey bear.
Wait, what is that?
Garrick.
What was
when she?
Oh, yeah.
When she splits everybody up to go search the minor isles, she pairs Garrick and Zayden together, and he says, just you and me today, honey bear. And the way the narrator says it is gold.
I've been reading this book instead of listening to it, so I'm kind of missing that beauty, you know, that amazing narrative structure, but that's okay.
Perfect. I love the way Rebecca Soler says it. It's got like laughter in the way it's so great.
She's so good at it. Yeah, she's a great narrator. When I reread it, I'll listen to it.
Okay. Y'all got any favorite quotes, favorite sections, scenes to gush over that we didn't talk about?
This section gutted me, so no. No, unfortunately. Besides the section with Atrum and Riddick playing pranks on each other, I thought that was cute.
That was one of my favorite moments.
Yeah. Well, we will end it there. We hope that you'll join us for next week's episode. We'll be discussing Onyx Storm chapters 44 through 54. New episodes drop each week, and don't forget to check out the last season's discussion on the Zodiac Academy series, available now.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow us on social media. That like and follow are super important for us to continue to bring you new episodes each week. So please, please, please do so. You can also support us by joining us on Patreon. Thank you for listening to the Midnight Readers podcast. We'll see you next week.
Happy reading, listeners. Don't stay up too late.